Diplomatic immunity in international law. Diplomatic immunity is a foundational principle of international law, serving as a legal mechanism by which certain officials representing foreign governments are not subject to the jurisdiction of the local courts and authorities of the host country for their official and significantly their personal activities. This principle is one of the oldest elements of foreign relations, recognized since ancient Greek and Roman governments accorded special status to envoys. Originally based primarily on custom and international practice, the concept evolved and was formalized in the post-World War II era through international conventions. Most notably, the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, which serves as a cornerstone of modern diplomatic practice. The underlying rationale for granting these privileges and immunities is known as the functional necessity theory. The core purpose is not to benefit the individuals themselves, but to ensure the efficient performance of the functions of diplomatic missions as representing states. Granting this immunity provides representatives with a necessary degree of insulation from the standard law enforcement practices of the host country, enabling them to carry out their duties effectively. Furthermore, the principle is upheld through reciprocity, where states respect immunities granted to foreign diplomats, expecting similar treatment for their own personnel abroad. The legal framework for diplomatic immunity establishes different levels of privileges and immunities depending on the category and function of the personnel involved. The two primary classes of immunity in international law are personal immunity and functional immunity. Personnel assigned to diplomatic missions are afforded the highest level of privileges. Diplomatic agents. This category, including ambassadors and other diplomatic officers, enjoys the highest degree of immunity, classified as rationale personae. They possess complete personal inviolability, meaning they may not be arrested, detained, or searched, nor may their residences or property be entered. They also enjoy complete immunity from criminal jurisdiction of the host country courts, regardless of the seriousness of the offense. Immunity from civil jurisdiction is also granted, except in 4 limited circumstances, such as real actions relating to private, immovable property, or actions related to commercial activities outside official duties. Recognized family members enjoy precisely the same privileges and immunities, administrative and technical staff. These individuals who support diplomatic agents enjoy privileges and immunities identical to diplomatic agents regarding personal inviolability and immunity from criminal jurisdiction. However, their immunity from civil jurisdiction is strictly limited to their official acts. Their recognized family members enjoy the same criminal immunity, but no immunity from civil jurisdiction. Service staff. These members perform support tasks like driving or maintenance. They are accorded significantly less, enjoying official acts immunity only. They have no personal inviolability and no immunity from criminal jurisdiction for private acts. Their families enjoy no privileges or immunities whatsoever. Consular personnel generally perform non-political functions such as issuing travel documents or attending to their nationals. They are afforded a very limited level of privileges and immunities. Consular officers. These officers possess official acts or functional immunity only in both criminal and civil matters. Their personal inviolability is limited. They may be arrested or detained pending trial only if the offense is a felony and the arrest is made pursuant to a decision by a competent judicial authority. They can be prosecuted for misdemeanors while remaining at liberty pending trial. Consular employees, service staff, and honorary consuls. These categories generally possess only official acts, immunity, and no personal inviolability. Honorary consuls are permitted to carry on another business and may be arrested pending trial if circumstances warrant. Families of consular staff generally enjoy no jurisdictional immunity or personal inviolability. Despite the vital role diplomatic immunity plays in international relations, the concept is often misunderstood and subject to criticism regarding potential abuse. Immunity is frequently misunderstood by the public to mean pardon or total exoneration. In actuality, immunity is simply a legal barrier that precludes the host country's courts from exercising jurisdiction and does not release the person from the duty to conform to local laws. Furthermore, the grant of special privileges and immunities creates issues regarding the principle of equality before the law, leading to the conclusion that this system can be considered unjust or a potential human rights violation because it makes distinctions between citizens before the law. Occasional abuses of diplomatic immunity, such as traffic violations, shoplifting, assault, or more serious criminal misconduct, attract negative public attention. A significant complication arises from the principle of inviolability of premises, where host state agents may not enter mission premises without the consent of the head of mission. This inviolability is not lost even if unlawful acts, such as terrorism, are perpetrated from within the premises. When an individual enjoying immunity commits an offense, there are diplomatic mechanisms available to the host state, although prosecution in local courts is often barred. Waiver of immunity. Since the sending country owns the immunity, it may waive it, either wholly or in part. Persona non grata. The host state may declare any member of the diplomatic staff persona non grata at any time without explanation, requiring the sending state to recall or terminate the person's functions. Termination. Immunity from criminal jurisdiction expires upon the termination of the individual's diplomatic tour. Obtaining an indictment or arrest warrant before termination can lay the basis for prosecution if the individual returns to the country in a private capacity later. Public safety intervention. Law enforcement officers retain the right to intervene to the extent necessary to halt activity in extraordinary circumstances, where public safety is in imminent danger or a grave crime may otherwise be committed. Ultimately, while diplomatic immunities and privileges are essential for maintaining the integrity and efficacy of international relations, law enforcement and judicial authorities must maintain a balance, treating foreign personnel with due respect while vigorously investigating and documenting alleged serious crimes to facilitate necessary diplomatic remedies.